Good morning. Welcome to 18 Acres Journals. Yesterday, I did part one of today's video. I was hoping to get to at least creating the little journal, but I never got around to it. So today, we're going to work on the journal itself. I will put the scripture references in the journal off camera because we've already gone over them. You don't need that again. I did like a little teeny sample, and I started putting some things together so that I at least had an idea of what I was doing on camera. But I decided to go ahead, reprint the documents, and start from scratch. We're going to do the entire project to the best of my ability today. So come on, let's get going. Just recently I was told that I needed a new light because I had shadows on my desk. Well, all I did was move my light, and I really do believe you can see a little better. Okay, so she took her documents and she cut them down to size, but she had them on front and back. I did not do that, and this little journal that I did create, I was gluing pieces on the back, and it just didn't want to fold properly for me. So I wanted to go ahead and redo that. So with the fact that I didn't like the way it was doing, we're going to go ahead and start from scratch. Hers, she did hers, I guess she said it was 5.5 tall by 4.25 wide. I'm just simply bending my pages, and wherever they land, they land. So here's one, and I'm going to put that one off to the side. She had like 4 of them. Ooh, I don't want the white on it, so let's cut the white off. She had like 4 of them glued together. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with the basics of what she did, and I'm kind of adding some of the things that she did in her video. And when I say she, I'm talking about Heather from Ruby and Pearl XO. Okay, now I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm folding it, and wherever it lands, it lands. I don't have to have it perfectly. She didn't have hers perfectly. And I'm going to keep this side, and we'll put this side over here. I can use these to help make some of the tags. And here's another with white. We'll just put that one on the back. They all have a little bit of white. I don't remember doing that. I guess the documents that I chose were different than the documents that I picked yesterday. So how is everybody? My puppy woke me up at 5 o'clock again this morning. Actually, 1:15. He jumped out of bed and I heard him. And then he went outside and started barking at our neighbor. Our neighbor goes to work about that time every morning. And he likes barking at him because when he does, our neighbor stops what he's doing and comes to the fence and gives him attention. Okay, I'm going to take this side because I love the way those little stamps look. And we'll put this one over here. I only need one more. Let's see, this one. It still needs, yeah, we'll just trim the white a little bit. Anyhow, I loved her idea. I created a little teeny journal for myself to keep in my purse, and I do use it from time to time. But to have something like this where I could refer back to my scriptures, like if I'm sitting waiting in the truck for my husband to finish doing something, I could pull that out and flip through it and read the scriptures, or I could just be excited about, ooh, I like that one. I really like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this one too and just change it out with something. But, you know, just to have it on hand, put it in my purse. just to feel the paper underneath my fingers. I'll be all right. So yesterday was a little bit of a different morning than I had planned. I planned on just sitting here picking out a few scriptures with you guys and then putting them, building the journal and putting them in the journal, and next thing I know, I'm having a full-on Bible study. And I apologize for all of you who were not expecting that. It was not my intent to mislead you. Okay, let's see. I love that, but I like the white. So we're going to change that one out. Okay, we have 4. She had 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to save all these. I could always make another one for a friend or make an entirely different kind of little book. But I'm going to leave it over here. And I can use those to help make like my tags and things that are going to go in it. Again, I'm not writing anything in it today. I'm simply building the journal itself. Okay, which one do I want to be my front? Alright, because that's going to be the one I leave. Ooh, I don't want that on the front because I really want that to show. And I don't want it to be, so we're going to put that one like this. Okay. I think this will be my front. Alright. Alright, we're going to go like this. This is how she did it. She went ahead and glued the end and then just put one on it. She did not care if it was like exactly straight or not, and so I'm not gonna care. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fold this over a little bit. That's gonna be my front. Okay, and then the next one she made a little bit longer and a little bit wider than the front, so the front would stand out. And then she made it just a little like so. And the reason I'm folding it now is because yesterday when I was trying to do it, I ended up, I don't want to put this one underneath like that. No, put it on the top. Yesterday when I was doing it, it kept falling off the desk because it was so long. I don't like that right there. Alright. Now I'll put this one right here. Again, if it's a little taller, it doesn't matter. That's part of the uniqueness, the character of the journal itself. Okay, and then now that I have my cover shorter, I want the rest of them about the same size. So to get it about the same size, it folds so much better than the way I was doing it yesterday. Okay, and this one. Okay. And then this one, remember I wanted these to show, so I'm going to put these on the very back like that. Yeah. But I want this one to go like this time. Okay. I don't know if y'all went and saw her video or not. I did have it linked to my description box, and I will do it again with this one. Oh, I pray this works. I pray this works. Okay. And then we'll just fold the rest up. Again, we're just going to try to make it the same as the last one we did. Oops, that one's not right. Hang on, you gotta get it right. That's better. Okay, and then I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. She had the first one small because it was the cover and she wanted the cover to stand out. And then she made the rest of them about the same width. Okay, and then we end with this little piece right here, which I absolutely love. Okay, I did it right. See, guys, I did it right. Now this little piece, we're going to glue a piece of a thicker, I gotta get my cardstock. We're going to make a back cover for it. And because I don't know how to do that properly, I'm gluing these two on, one on each side, and I'm going to cut them out because she had a harder piece. I'm going to glue it on this piece right here so that I can still see that when it opens. Okay, in the meantime, I will put this on, and then, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put them both on, and I don't know how to make sure that I'm going to cut them down to size. Like this one here, see the little ledge inside? That's the size I'm looking for. And I think I want this piece, I'm going to cut it out a little bit better than this. I want it to be about the same size. There is no ledge on it. So I'm just going to lay it in and we'll cut out the other one. And I believe because this one's got, there's no real lines, it'll still look good without when I cut it down, I mean. Okay, this one, yeah, this is the back cover, and in a minute we'll do the front cover. And I'll show you my prototype that I made. Like I said, I was practicing because I didn't want to look like a fool on the camera. You know, like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, that's good for now. Now, I'm going to cut this one out along these lines. And this is going to create my cover, my back cover. If I can get it straight. And I do want this to be as straight as I can. Okay. I'll keep that just in case. And now I'm going to do my normal, just dock the corner. Dock the corner. Alright, let me get this cleaned up. Okay, and what she did, see, it looks cute. It looks cute. And then I'm going to glue this on here. And it's a little bit taller than the rest of it, but when you add all the tags and things in it, it kind of pokes out. And I like that. I like that a lot. So let me get my Fabri-Tac out. I think that's going to make it glue the best. And I'll just... There we go. And I'm going to put it like so. Oh. Now see, I like that. I like that. It looks pretty. Uh-oh, it keeps sliding. Let it dry, Linda. Okay, she actually, come on. Calm down. Calm down. She had a piece on hers that she had holes already punched in, and when she was all done, she tied a pretty ribbon in it. And because of that, I liked the look of it. So I'm going to go ahead and punch some little holes in it myself. I do want it to dry, so I don't want to mess with it too much. Uh-oh. Can't be having that. if you rub it while it's still wet, it comes off almost like an eraser. It really does. I learned that from Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. Okay, now I want to put the holes in. Which one's the big one? Right, the one on the top. I want to put a hole right here and a hole right here, so that I can actually tie a ribbon in it. It looked really pretty. Okay, so now we have our back cover done, and we have the journal itself done. This is what I liked about it. You flip it open, and she made the comment about how in a journal, when you make a signature, you open the middle page and you have like this middle page spread. But when you do this type of journal, each page is a middle page spread. And I thought that was so cool the way she said that. It's true. It's true. Okay, so, and then you come to the back. Now the back becomes your front. And you turn it, and you got middle page spread on the other side. See? Isn't that pretty? I love the way she did it. And then we're back to the front again. So I did it right. It's all set up. Yesterday, when I was playing, I came up with this for my cover. I want to mimic this again because I loved the way that looked. So I'm going to get this out, and all my laces. Here's the little thing, and I gotta find the other one. I gotta find it. I printed it up. I just haven't cut it out yet. Like I said, I tried to come prepared. See all these pretty things? They're all prayer cards. They're not all from Ruby and Pearl. Is it this one? I think it is this one. Yeah, it's this one. So let me go ahead and cut these out, because I really like the way it looked on the cover. Alright, I'm going to move all this out of the way. I'll bring my prototype back out. I have stuff crammed in here that I want to put in this journal to make it a little easier for us. Okay, so this one, I gotta trim it. Anyhow, I loved the idea of this. Not only is it beautiful, it'll become something I can use, but guess what, guys? We're playing with paper and glue. It really is just something to play with. That's all it really is for me. Yes, I can use it, and yes, I will use it. But this is the fun part for me. Okay, I had this on this side, this on this side, just like that. Just like that. But I put, if I remember correctly, I docked my corners on both. Then I used my ink, which I have right here. But I also have some lace. So let me pull that out. I had some of this lace for here. Let me go ahead and cut that out. And then I had a piece of this beautiful, I don't even know what it's called, but I use it a lot. I love it. And I had a piece of this that I covered the whole front with. I'm just going to cut a piece of that out. And I'll just set this off to the side because I plan on referring back to it. Okay. And so with that being said, see how it turned out? I love the way it looks. I even let it hang off the edge a little bit and everything. So we're going to go ahead, dock these corners, ink these corners, or ink the whole thing really, and then we'll start gluing. And then this will be my cover. I hope this is fun for you guys too. I really do. And the cool part is you don't have to use what I'm using. She made another one. She made a prayer journal, which is what sold me on it. But then she had, she created another one to show us how to make the prayer journal. And she used that one to make all these pretty roses and stuff. See, it doesn't have to be a prayer journal. It can just be a accordion folding journal. I don't know. You know, you can use it for anything. And again, she just filled hers with beautiful pictures and stuff. She even made the comment about how, does it go down? Yeah. She made the comment about how there's not a lot of writing room in it, so it's just going to be beautiful to look at. And so, again, like I said, you don't have to turn yours into a prayer journal. That's just what I'm doing with mine. I saw her little prayer journal first, but then I watched her make the other one, and I was sold. Again, it looked like fun to play with, so I am doing that very thing. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I want to glue this one down, and then I'm going to glue this one on the lace. So let's get busy. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. I didn't mean to take all day yesterday. I really did want to do this with you guys, and I got so distracted. Okay, here's my edge. I don't want to mess my edge up. There we go. And then this little piece right here, I will trim it back if I need to. But I'm going to go ahead and, ooh, look at that. I almost dumped that all over myself. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto the lace and let it come through the lace on here. I love it already. Look at that. You see it, guys? It's not going to stick, is it? Let me use my thingy and get it down there. I may have to lift it up and redo it. I don't know if it'll let me. Okay, that looks good. I am going to trim up this edge, though. I don't want it hanging off that far. The other one's fine. And then this guy, we're going to put it on here too, and then I'll trim it up. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now, this is how I did it last time. I just kind of went like so and let it do its thing because it's gonna dry clear. Again, I'll let it do its thing and then we'll trim it up. That's what I did with this one. It looks pretty. Let it dry. Let it dry. Alright, let me see. Are you going to be good? Are you going to be attached good? I think so. Alright, let me close this up. I'm going to go ahead and trim it a little bit. Just a little bit. Again, I just want it to hang over and look delicate. I don't need it to be real messy. Like that right there. It's a little too messy. Let me see, how's this right here? Oh, just a little bit. Come on, just a little bit. There, I love that. I love all of that. Isn't that pretty? Turned out nice. I think it turned out nice. And it's sticking good. Okay, then you turn the cover over. On your first spread. Very first spread. In my first spread, of this one, I put a beautiful piece of lace down, and then I filled it with some little tags and things, and I kind of want to recoup. I also wrote my first scripture off to the side, so I have room to write a scripture if I want, but at the same time I can write stuff on the back of these little things. So these guys, I'm just going to put, like I did on this one, just little pieces of writable sources. And I have a piece over here. And we'll glue these on, and then I'll tear them out. This one I'm going to keep as is. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to keep that out. And I'm just, again, just to, well, do I want to ink these? I think I do. I think I want to ink these. Again, just to give myself the space I need to write anything I need on these little teeny, little baby, I guess you would call them tags. I guess they're called tags. Okay, these are ready to get glued down, and I'm going to get my piece of lace and we'll glue that on, and then we'll tuck the pockets in. Again, I want to kind of rip the edges a little bit, but I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a minute. Let's set these down here and let them dry while I work on this pocket. And I have a piece right here. And I put the pocket up like so. Is this the side I want? Yes. I think I don't think I want to do the whole thing. I think I just want to do this one pocket area right here. There. Because that way I can still write here and I can use the pocket. So let me go ahead and glue this down. Y'all hear that? That's the woodpecker. He's outside pecking the side of my house, looking for bugs. There we go. There we go. Look how pretty. It's so delicate. I think that's why I liked it so much, because it was so delicate. Isn't that beautiful? I get my little thing. And the good news is it will dry pretty fast. And when it does dry, it dries clear. Okay, and then letting it dry. While that's drying, we'll go ahead and cut these guys out. Now, I wanted to use like I said, I want to have this ripped look. To me, it makes it feel not just rustic or antique-ish, but I don't know. Like, it's okay to be messy. I love that feeling. I'm giving myself permission. There's still room on that guy for other little guys. And I just want to tear this one a little bit more. There. See, now I have some spaces, and they go with this guy. But I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of this one as well. she also likes to take her tags and things and kind of like rough the edges up a little bit to make them look even more old and vintagey. He's moved on to the neighbor's house now. I can hear the woodpecker. He's still out there. Okay, and like she likes to crunch things up and make them look older and all that. I think it's a pretty look. This one, I put it on a piece of the digital that we printed up. Then I glued it on, and then I went ahead and put it on the writable page. But I didn't ever think about doing this, so let me do this. Okay. And now, can I put you in? Put you guys in too? And I like that. I do. I like that already. And then, again, it's in and it's folded and it looks pretty. Look at that. Okay. And it's dry enough to where we can move on. Next page. Now, this one, I did this right here. I figured if I stuck it in here with a little paper clip, I could write on the back of that. But I don't have anything for this side. So I was thinking about taking, find them, like this here, that I'm going to stick in this book alongside this one right here. And I'm going to just fold it up so that if I want to, I could write a little prayer and stick it inside. Or a little note to myself, you know. I always have a notepad and pen in my purse. So I could be, like I said, sitting out in the truck waiting for my husband to do something. Or, you know, at lunch with my girlfriends or whatever. And I could think of something and just feel this need to write something down, and I can just stick it in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ink this. And then we'll fold it. And then we'll figure out how I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. I loved that. I liked the idea of that. These digitals that you see, these right here and these right here are from Heather at Ruby and Pearl XO. This one that I'm holding is also from Ruby and Pearl XO. But the little teeny Jesus one and a couple of these other little ones, those are from Donna at Twisted Paper Studio. And yes, Heather has some in her Etsy shop, but I had printed up the other ones already, and I thought they would be perfect for this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in right here. And then fold this one. It's so cute. It's the cutest little thing. Okay, and this is obviously the bottom piece because this one's got to go up some more. Oh, the puppy's over here. He's bored. And then this one, put down like that. Isn't that the cutest thing? I love it. It's so cute. Now this was, once upon a time, a real envelope that she got from France. And I'm going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue to glue it. And she she just scanned it for us so that we could have the same thing. But she saved her originals. I don't blame her. They're too cute. So I'm going to keep that like so. I'm not gluing the top. I'm leaving the top. But I do want to glue a piece of some kind of trim or lace or something on it. I really do. Here, I'll put some of this on it. I think I do, but I think I want it to come down like that. Yeah, like that. So, it's time to refill this bottle. And again, this will dry clear. He's still out there knocking on my house. It's not working. Alright, Fabri-Tac, let's do you. I hate using it. It's because it's so sticky and stinky. There, I like that. That looks pretty. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna lock this up. I'll pull it back out when it's time. Okay, now this guy, again, if I want, I could glue it to the edge like that. And I don't know if I like her plain white. I almost feel like I should put this on her too. But maybe just put a little bit in the middle. Like that. That's what we'll do. There. Now I'll get a new piece next time. Alright, so yeah, it doesn't have to be. I'll do it like that. I'll glue it on like that. Whoa! You hear that one? Dang, Birdie's trying to shoot us with his pellet gun. Go outside and go see. He's hanging on the side of our house. I think he's in the weather, in the, you know, what do you call that thing that goes around the house that collects the rain? Rain gutter. I think he's on the rain gutter. Okay. Alright, now, I don't want that white piece up there. And we'll go ahead and ink it. I like that better. And now I can put, like I said, I don't like that poking up either. I can put scriptures on it. I can write a prayer on it. And I think I want to put a little paper clip on it so that I can remove it to write instead of gluing it down. Because gluing it down would take away the whole reason I just did that. So I need to maybe go like this and glue them or pin them together. Yeah, let me get a little pin. Paper clip. I want this color. A pretty gold one. And like I said, we'll just pin this to this page. Like this. I like it. Yeah, that looks cute. Right? Doesn't that look cute? There's 2, 3. We got cover, first page, second page. We could put something over here still. I'll come back to it. Let's move on page 3. Okay. I don't know, I don't remember what I had for page 3. Let's look and see. Okay, I had these guys. I like that I have some ideas. Oh yeah, this one I wanted to glue up here, but I wanted this to be like the torn look. And then again, I want to go ahead and ink it. And then put here, this up here like that. I don't want that though. And I think I want to, okay. I think I want to do that. And I think I want to put it on a piece of paper too. Because I feel like if I do it like that, it'll be a lot easier. I can glue this on like so. And then we can put a piece of some kind of pretty ribbon right here. And then it'll be sturdy enough that I could poke a hole in it and add something to it. So let's do that. I'm having fun. Are y'all having fun? Are you at home going, no, that's ugly, or ooh, that looks good? I do that. I'll watch somebody else and I'll go, oh my God, no, don't use that. No, don't use that. And then they'll use it. And then when they're all done, I'm like, I'm glad you didn't listen to me. It looks so good. Because that, wait, I wanted to glue this whole thing on. I don't know what I was thinking. Faye, did you find a birdie? Did you find it? Hmm? Okay, I like that. But I want to get this to lay down flatter. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on here also. There. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out instead of ripping it. So I'm going to rip the top. I'm going to cut this little side right here out. And we'll kind of sort of rip the bottom. Moving this over and taking a drink of my coffee. Okay. This one I'm just going to nip the corners. I'm not doing anything special to it. I think I'm just going to tuck this one right here. I think that looks cute. This one, I wanted to rip the top. And then we'll rip the bottom. I'm not really good at ripping for some reason. Look what I just did. I don't like that. Okay, now I want, where's my ribbons? I actually know what I want to put on it. I gotta find it. This piece right here. See, isn't that pretty? I wanted to put this on here like that across. So let me do that. Let it dry. And then we'll cut the edges. And then I wanted to put a hole right there and put a ribbon, but I wanted a different kind of ribbon. Let me cut this right here so that I'm not pulling on it. Alright. The top, right here. There we go. Now I want to put one of these guys in it. But because everything else is gold, I want to do the black. I like the black. Or the, I don't know what you call it. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. Alright. I will come back to that. Again, I'm not sure for real what I'm doing with that one yet. Okay. Now we gotta put something on this. I think I want to just glue something on this one that we can, like that right there, that we can we'll put this one on here for now. We'll glue it on. And again, I'm just going to ink all this white. And I'm going to do like Heather does. I'm going to kind of rough it up a little bit on the edges. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm not adding anything to it because we're going to glue it. And she did that. She glued some things on hers also. And I'm just going to kind of rough it up. Okay. I'm going to get rid of some of this at the top. And I think I'm going to put it on this side. I think I do. What do you think, guys? Should I put it, just put it right here, and that way I have all this space over here? I think so. I think so. There, I like that. And I'm gonna put like a little pocket right here. I don't know, let's see, what can we make? They still out there eating. I think this one. I think I'm gonna use this right here. Yes, I am. And create a little pocket. I am. But you know what? Instead of making it gorgeous, I'm going to just rip it a little bit. And I think I'm going to ink it and turn it into a side tuck instead of a pocket. What do you think, guys? But I need a piece of book page. Yeah. I don't know that we're going to be able to finish this today. I'm going to try to get to this last page, and then I think we'll call it done, because I don't want it to go into an hour long, and I got other things I need to get busy doing. But I wanted to do this with you so bad since we never got to do it yesterday. And then I can come back and play in this from time to time. I can. I don't have to finish it today. Alright, now this guy, I'm going to, ooh, I need to close you up. This one, again, I'm just going to turn it into a side tuck. I forgot to ink it. Darn it. See if I can still ink it. Not very good. There we go. I just try not to touch the glue on the back. It's the last thing I need. Alright. There. And I can write my scriptures on a piece of paper and then just stick them in there. I like that. That turned out good. And then I can go ahead and take some of these little guys that I like, this one here, and stick them in here for now. I have a couple of them. Let me go find some. Yeah, like these right here. That one. That one. And this one we'll put right here for now. Why not? Right? And then this page. I love that. I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with that. This is I'm gonna turn this one into a little thing that I'm gonna put right here. I saw her do that and I thought that was the one I want. Let me see. Can I put Jesus here? Ooh, look at that Jesus. As always, I lost my battery. It went out on me. But it gave me an opportunity to come up with some really cute ideas. I'm going to do like I did on the front. I'm going to glue a little bit of lace down and put my Jesus on the lace. Okay. And then I'm going to glue this all the way across so that I can use this as a pocket. I'll glue it here. I'll glue this side down. No, I won't. I'll let this be a pocket also. And then I brought some of this out that I can go back and redo some things with. And then I'm going to tie this in this hole, these holes. So let's go ahead and do those things. Again, first thing, let me go ahead and glue Jesus down. I don't want Jesus on all of it. Just right there. I'm going to go ahead and ink him. So I apologize about the battery running out. I don't know what it was that we ran out on. I think it ran out on me cutting him out, which is no big deal, right? But I stopped working on the book, got a new battery, and went ahead and found some things so that we can just keep working, and you don't have to watch me like fluff through stuff to figure out what's going on. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. And then we'll put Jesus on it. Like so. I need my little bone folder. It's got to dry for me. It's too wiggly. I don't want it wiggly. So I can give it a second. While it's doing that, I thought I would take this and put a piece of this cardstock that I used earlier, glue this on here, and then we'll cut it out. I want to turn this into a little teeny tag that hangs off to the side. Come on. I really do need to fill this bottle back up. And I'll try to get this video out for you today so that you can actually see, since I started the video yesterday. Oops. And again, guys, my intent was to actually get busy on this. It was not just to sit and do a Bible study. I didn't even really realize I was going to do a Bible study. And that's no lie. I thought I was going to just pick out my favorite scriptures. Okay, I'm cutting this down a little bit. Come on. This one's a little bit crooked right here. There we go. Okay, I like that. Okay, oh, I don't like that. But if I cut that, I'm going to just use my Tombow pen and color that in. We'll go ahead and color around the edge on this so it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Okay, guys? Why not? There. I'm sorry. Jesus is lifting. I gotta get him in there. Come on, Jesus. Oh, wait. Is he lifting? Could have sworn I saw him lifted. He's not. He's being cute. Alright. This one, we are doing you right here. Actually, I think it needs to be the big one. Yeah, the big one. And this one is going to be black as well. There, that looks pretty. Okay, now I need to do those. I don't know why I'm putting this away. I need to do those. And I wanted to put, I think I'm going to stick with the blacks for these also. Well, it went on. This one, we're doing these first so that I can, when I go to glue that lace on it, I don't have to freak out about the lace being all glued, and it won't be in my way. There we go. And there we go. Okay, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and slip this booger in. This is going to be my pretty tie on the outside. I picked the purple because it goes with the purple inside here, but also it's royal. Royal. Jesus is royalty. He's the king. Okay. Now, let's pull it through. And all I'm going to do is tie a bow right here, but I want it to be even. Even Steven. There. It's pretty. It's pretty. Oops. That looks pretty. Okay, opening it back up, moving that. I'm done with this for now. Let me put this off to the side. I need to put that pretty lace on the bottom. Okay, where is it? Right here. Just like this. Let's see, now I can glue this on. I don't know. Again, I can always trim it back. Alright, now I need this again. You're going to stick right there. You're going to stick right there. I gotta let it dry, guys. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to move some of this. I need to get my little thingy because this is going to hang from the front. And I found this. I just think this is gorgeous. And I thought I would put it on like something like this. You know? Maybe put it on, hang it upside down. Or upside, I don't know. I love it though. Put it on this little baby Jesus. Oh, that's so cute. I don't know, guys. I liked that. So, is there anything else in here I was going to put on this journal? See, look at all these beautiful pictures. I need to actually just take this out, put it off to the side. These were all going to, we're going to go inside too. So I think I need to put those in there and I will finish this stuff up later. Alright, let me see what we got. I need a hook. Can you see? I got my little hooks. Because I'm going to need one to hang my thingy. And I have a couple of charms. Pretty charms. Let's look through these charms to see if there's any in here I want to hang. This one is, come on, open up. This is all just keys, little baby. No, there's a heart. I like that. Ooh, look at that. I like that one. That's going on here. This guy, we're going to put you in here like so. And then hang you on it. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that's going to go on the front. See? Oops, I gotta close it first. There. I'm gonna set it off to the side. I really do want to put stuff on these, but I don't know what to do with them yet. So I think what we're gonna do is, let me see. These are done. And let me trim this up a little bit. And then we will add some of these guys in it. I don't mind those hanging off the edge. I just don't want this hanging off the edge. Okay, and what about this one? I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Okay, so I'm going to take these guys, because these are some of my favorites. We'll just put them in the pocket for now. I want to return back to play in here. I'll have my stuff ready for me to go. There's that. I'm leaving that like that. So, let's hang him, her. I need to clip it, don't I? I need to clip it right there. I thought I was done with the clip. And we're going to stick it right on the very edge. Now, grommet. Are these called grommets? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these in. All right. I got it. Okay, now go here first, then here, and now you. I'm so excited about this little piece right here. Okay, this is our cover. Here's our first page, and we put a couple of little teeny baby tags in it that I can add to. Then we have this, the little pocket envelope with a little piece of, I guess you could call it a journal card, and I still have a spot where I can put stuff there. This one we just added a little tag, and this one's just floating. Again, I need to put some ribbon in that, and I will find some ribbon, just don't know what yet. This one we glued on, and this one we made a little side tuck and put some more pieces of ephemera in. This one is the back page that we worked on, and I threw a bunch of little babies in it. And I can put more in here too. And then here's our cover, back cover. And then we will flip it around eventually and work on this side. Uh-oh. There, sorry. You're not supposed to do that. And then once we're all done with this side, we'll be back to the front. So that's it. I think we did good. I don't like the way this is doing. It was supposed to just be hanging. I guess I need to fix that. Either way, it's pretty. Oh, there it goes. That's what I wanted. So I think it turned out pretty cute. What do you guys think? Well, it took me a while. Again, we ran out of battery. But we managed to actually put together a cute little accordion prayer journal. I like everything about it so far. There are a few things I still need to fix, a few things I want to add to it. And again, I have the whole other side to work on. But we actually made it. I like it. And when it's all done, it's going to go in my purse. I'm excited about it. I have one already that I called my prototype. I may actually finish that one up and create something similar to this one and give it to my best friend. In the meantime, I'm loving it. And I'm really thankful that we finally got to do it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and for being patient, because again, I really did want to do this yesterday, or at least get started on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. You have a blessed day.